And I have loads more studies from that period as well, that the more sunscreen use invariably was connected to higher risk of melanoma, even when corrected for every factor they could deconfound with. Always sunscreen associated melanoma. And I think that's just simply because it doesn't cause melanoma. But when you go out, you have a false sense of security. It stops the tanning reaction, it stops the burning reaction, and the UVA goes like a freight train through the sunscreen and damages the deep layers of your skin. So sunscreen is a driver of malignant melanoma simply because it acts as a false sense of security, a fake shield that allows you to deeply burn yourself without actual skin burn or sunburn or erythema. Go figure. Go figure. This study from Sweden went out. It was a cancer study looking at melanoma, and then they expanded the study hugely when they realized what they saw was shocking. They began to change it into an all-cause mortality study. So basically, all-cause mortality was half in the upper quartile of sun exposure. The highest quarter of the Swedish women, 30,000 of them, the highest quarter in terms of sun exposure had half the all-cause mortality. And this applied after adjustment for comorbidities, other illnesses, smoking, education, and income. Because you could say, well, the Swedish women are getting more sun or off in the Seychelles. But no, they corrected for everything they could. And it didn't change a thing. More sun, live longer. Who'd have thought? Dose-response relationship seen throughout. Another sign of causality. Dose-response. It wasn't spotty. It wasn't kind of chaotic. It was all the way. More sun, longer life. I can't say fairer than that. The 25 hydroxide D was cited as a reason, maybe. But there are so many other benefits of the sun. Huge amounts of photoproducts that are generated by our body based on sun exposure, and they haven't even investigated them. And of course, UVA in moderate amounts or good amounts causes vasodilation and nitric oxide release, which is probably the best possible thing you can do for arterial health. It goes on and on and on. Loads of vitamin D. I circled healthy sun exposure because it's the best way. Nutrient dense diet, fat dense diet, oily fish, cod liver, pate, etc. Correct D3 supplements, good ones, are okay. And get adequate calcium, vitamin K2, vitamin A, and magnesium. Because hypervitamin D, without getting a kind of appropriate level of cofactors, could be a problem, actually. Too much D and not the natural balance of the other things you usually get along with D, particularly vitamin A, K2, calcium, magnesium. They're kind of the big hitters. And the prize is everything: bone strength, immune function, vigor, longevity, cancer resistance, disease protection, the whole lot.